Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is qualifying ahead of the 2024 Canadian Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, then please do get yourself subscribed. I'm live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 World Championship, and this is round 9, Montreal, and it is game on this season. It's so good to finally say that. After a year and a half of this sport being in the bin, firmly in the bin, the last couple of races have thrown us a beacon of light. And yeah, my hype for this season in the last month has gone from a 1 out of 10 to, I reckon I'm rocking on about a 7 or 8 now. Like, this is getting good. This is getting good. And, you know, even if Max slaps it on pole today, I don't care, bro. My enthusiasm is fully back. And trust me, a month ago, I was sat here thinking, I'm going to knock this on the head because this ain't fun anymore. But since then, Norris has won in Miami, Leclerc's won in Monaco, and while they weren't phenomenal races, what it does show is that people have started to catch up, bro. People have caught up. McLaren have caught up. Ferrari have caught up. And even Mercedes are looking quick this weekend. So it's not a given. It is not a given that your boy Max Verstappen will cruise anymore this season. There might be races where he does cruise it, but I'm telling you now, he's not cruising the next 16 races and winning this championship by 300 points. He's not. They've caught up. We've got some competition in Formula 1, the likes of which we haven't seen since the middle of 2022. So it's 2 years, basically. This sport has been Verstappen winning by 30 seconds for 2 straight years, and I've had to sit through it and try and commentate on it and try and make it an entertaining show for 2 years. And that's probably why the channel hasn't really gone anywhere, because the bottom line is it's been dreadful. But now, if the channel grows or not, my enthusiasm has ramped up exponentially. So I'm buzzing for this weekend. Can't wait to get it underway. See if Lewis Hamilton's pace from practice a few hours ago can translate over into quali now when it matters in the next hour or so. And then, of course, crucially, tomorrow. Because genuinely now, qualifying's unpredictable. Formula 1 is now unpredictable. Is Max going to cruise this? Maybe not, Whereas for the previous 2 years, is Max going to cruise this? Definitely. You're stupid to predict anything else, but nah, I'm well up for this. But yeah, welcome to the stream. CL2, Ernesto, Mitch Chapman. How are we doing, guys? Welcome in on a Saturday night stream, Saturday night Montreal stream. I'll be live for the Grand Prix tomorrow at about 6:45. Lights out 7 p.m. for the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow. So a little bit earlier for that. So yeah, 7 p.m. UK time for the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow. And that's the one you want to be in live chat for tomorrow to be entered into round 9 of the Viewers' Championship. Of course, we did do a special Indy 500 a few days ago, but I'm not counting that as round 9. That was just kind of like a one-off. We're back to the normal stuff next week. So yeah, Canadian Grand Prix this weekend. So get in. Doing instead of where were you last race? I don't remember, bro. There was 48 people in it, so I don't know. I just bunged everyone into a special Indy 500 race. So I've no idea, bro. I don't think he was in the top 3 or 5. So I don't know if that's what you. If the real question is, did I win it? No, he didn't. I don't know. I think he got some points out of it, though. But what I did was everyone that has been in any of the races so far, so anyone that's been any of the watch-alongs so far this season was all put into a special Indy 500 race a few days ago. So that was a bit of fun. But yeah, get back to the proper stuff. Oh, but yes, Hamilton coming off the back of a very fast practice session. He was top. He beat Verstappen by nearly 0.4 of a second. He's looking comfortable. Can Lewis get pole position here? I still think that's a bit of a long shot, but listen, Mercedes have surely, they have to translate that practice pace now over into the real time, because we've seen a few practice sessions this season where they've looked really good, and then when push comes to shove, when it matters in qualifying or the race itself, they've not been there. They've ended up, if Mercedes end up 7th and 8th on the grid now, after the pace they showed a couple of hours ago, it's a massive disappointment. They've got to be getting a car in the top 3 or 4 in the grid. Listen, Lewis Hamilton's got to be at least on the second row of the grid here. George, I don't know. George, it's hard to judge, but Mercedes have got to be on the second row of the grid here at least. Any lower than that, and it's yet again they've flattered to deceive. Yet again they've led us down the garden path of are Mercedes back? No, but we'll see. Ferrari don't look particularly strong here. Having said that, I'm going off practice pace, which is never really a good idea to draw hard conclusions from practice. But Ferrari, it would be surprising if Ferrari get pole position here. If Leclerc gets a pole position here after the practice pace, it would be quite the session. McLaren, it's hard to judge how quick they are. Of course, we've only had one dry session. Yesterday was mixed conditions in FP1, FP2. So only the final practice session a couple of hours ago was the first time they've had any dry running. So yeah, they're coming into this a little bit unprepared. The track's been resurfaced as well. So looking forward to it. A little bit of unpredictability. I feel like from now to the end of the season, I feel like it's going to be a good one. I feel like it's going to be much better than last year. That is for sure. Hamilton will be middle of the table. I hope not. I mean, it could end up like that, but it'd be massively disappointing if Hamilton ends up qualifying like 8th or 9th now on the back of this practice pace. It's nah. I feel like pole position is obviously a long shot. I'm not going to hype it up as if Lewis is going to, win the Canadian Grand Prix. I mean, it'd be amazing if he does, but it's looking better than it has done for the past 2.5 years, I'd say, for Mercedes. They're coming into this one actually looking pretty competitive. And we'll see how it all pans out. Max was obviously still up there at the end. He put in a good lap at the end, so you can't discount obviously Max Verstappen. But he's got some competition this year. He has got some competition. He had it plain sailing throughout the entire season last season, and he had it plain sailing for the first 4 or 5 races of this year. And now, since Miami, since McLaren put the big upgrades on in Miami, and since Ferrari put the big upgrades on in Imola, it has just livened this season up a treat. I also like the addition of Jacques Villeneuve in the commentary box this weekend as well. I feel like his opinions have always been controversial, but that's good TV. That's good punditry. If he was just sat there going with the status quo, and then it'd be boring. I rate that Jacques Villeneuve is like outspoken, and he's like, why is Daniel Ricciardo even in Formula One, which is ruthless, but also he's got a point. But yeah, he's ruthless, Jacques Villeneuve, but I back it, man. He should be at more races, but he'll probably just be a one-off for Jacques. They always mess with the car and he's slow in quali. Yeah, that has been the theme, hasn't it? It has been the theme a couple of times this season where Mercedes will have a really strong practice session, and then when push comes to shove, when the times really do matter, in Q3, they're left wanting, or they don't even make Q3. I feel like today's got a slightly different flavour. I might be wrong, but I feel like today they have to see this through with a strong qualifying, and I think they will, and I hope they do. But yeah. Yes, Brownie. All nighter with Denver. I'm struggling, mate. I'm shattered as well. I had to get up at 6:15, so there's no chance I was gonna I was going to go out last night. I was up at 6:15 this morning to go to work, so I've come home and I was just thinking, I just want to get into bed, and then thinking, oh no, I've got this, and qualifying for Canada, I better perk myself up a little bit. So here I am, sat here, absolutely knackered, and I'm in tomorrow as well. Yeah, so nights out and me don't really go together at the moment with the work schedule I'm on, but you know, it is how it is sometimes, isn't it? Monday and Tuesday don't really scream, let's have a piss up, do they? But they're my days off. So, I'll tell you what, once I get in tomorrow night, I get in at 6:30 and I'm here, sat here at 7:15. But there'll be a bottle of red wine because then I'll be off for a couple of days after that. So, I'll be live tomorrow and it'll be more of a chilled one because then I'm done for a couple of days. So, also, I've rigged up the championship standings as well. Because it is starting to get a little bit tasty, I will have this on the screen for the rest of the season, hopefully, if it does remain a little bit tasty in the standings. I've not needed to even consider the championship points since I've been doing this channel, because it's been your boy Max Verstappen 1,000,000 points ahead of everyone, and so does it really matter? But now, with Leclerc only 31 points behind, you know, he's not 1,000,000 miles away. Neither's Lando Norris on 113. You know, you got to say those top five. I mean, Perez is not going to be in a championship fight, but you know, you got to say it's somewhat game on. Risk of rain for this qualifying session is 80%. Oh my God! Oh my goodness me! Who had Alex Albon for pole? Risk of rain 80%. I want to go to Chestergate in your neck of the woods. I've never been there. They've got famous through the Facebook posts, haven't they? Where they have this little karaoke night or whatever they do. But yeah, no, I imagine it'd be... depends at you, I reckon it'd be a good laugh, but yeah. I've never been in there. I know where it is, but no. No, they didn't go there in the end. I would have been more gutted if Denver ended up there last night in Stockport and I couldn't go because I'm at work at 6:15. Like, how much of a rip would that have been? But at least they weren't like 10 minutes down the road. At least you did your own thing, innit? You didn't piss about going to Stockport. Jesus, shithole. You ended up in the house. Yeah, I saw some Facebook stories of someone on a DJ deck. So I was like, Jesus, looks a good night that though. But yes, Wade, welcome to the stream, bro. Dark clouds are approaching the track as this qualifying session is about to get underway. This could be red flagged. If the rain starts coming down, I was about to say this could be brilliant. It could also be put on hold if we start getting a proper downpour. They also might put the thing on hold. But yes, Kim, welcome to the stream. How are we doing? No, I hope we get a good one. Do you know what? I do really feel completely different now about F1 than I did a month ago. You know, I'll admit, like I was done with it. I was still gonna watch it, but I was done with streaming it. To be honest, like it was over. And now I have completely flipped, on the biggest flip flop you've ever seen. I am now massively hyped for this season because, you know, the last 3 races have shown me. Let's have a look. The last 3 races have really spiced this up a lot. And that's not to say the last 3 races have been fantastic. They haven't. They have not been fantastic races. But what they have shown is that this is not a Max Verstappen walk along this year. That's what it's shown. Monaco, you know, I said it at the time and I'll say it now. The Monaco Grand Prix 2 weeks ago was one of the worst races I've ever seen in my life as a race, but the result was fantastic. The result's brilliant for the sport. Same with Miami. It wasn't a phenomenal race. Lando Norris did fantastically well. It was a great result for the sport. And even though Max did win in Imola, that was a great result for the sport in terms of Lando Norris was hunting him down and nearly beat him. We've had 3 different winners in the last 3 races. I'm hoping for 4 in 4 with a Lewis Hamilton out of nowhere this weekend, but that's a long shot. But it's game on, man. It's game on. You know, and I know I might eat my words in. You know, I said this a couple of weeks ago. I know I might eat my words and be sat here in November going, oh, well, you know, I had some hope, but Max won the next 10 in a row after I said that. You gotta have a bit of hope. And I've got a bit of hope. I've got a lot of hope. But yes, hope you're doing well, Kim. You're watching IndyCar quality. I was watching a bit of that IndyCar before at Road America. Look, that was soaking wet as well. They're all spinning off left, right and centre. I don't know if it's dried up over there, but I was watching a bit of that before. I didn't even know it was on. I just had this channel on. I was like, oh, hey, yo. I thought it was a rerun because they always show IndyCar replays and stuff from weeks gone by or whatever, but it was actually live. I was like, yo. And that was seriously, they were slipping around, spinning off. Yeah, Indy at Road America. See, that's a proper track. I mean, this is a proper track, but F1 goes to some tragic circuits. This isn't one of them. This is a good one. But yeah, Road America. You've got tracks like Road America, and they build a car park circuit around the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. You got circuits like Road America. You know what I mean? They build some crap circuit going down Vegas Strip just because it's Vegas Strip when there's fantastic circuits in the US. But anyway, that's a whole hour rant. But anyway, we're underway for Q1. If you don't know how Formula One qualifying works, it is split into 3 sections. So we have an 18-minute Q1 session, at the end of which the slowest 5 drivers will be knocked out and their grid position will be set for the Canadian Grand Prix. And then the top 15 go through to Q2. That'll be a 15-minute session, and the slowest 5 at the end of that, from 11th to 15th, will be knocked out and their grid position will be set. And then the top 10 go through to the Q3 pole position shootout. That's a 12-minute session, at the end of which we will get our pole position man and the top 10 for the grid. So that's how it works. So this is Q1. So this is just basically all about not being in that bottom 5, as we see Carlos Sainz going wide at turn 1. It is still dry at the moment, but rain is incoming. No, you haven't missed much, mate. It's only just started, JJ. So welcome to the stream, and welcome in as well, Barry. Yeah, it stopped raining, but still wet track. Yeah, that's Indy, by the way, for anyone that's. I don't want to get swayed. We're in trouble. We're in jeopardy of mixing up the 2 sessions here. That's IndyCar. I'll leave that to the side for a bit. You know, I don't want to confuse people thinking it's a wet track here, because it's not. Let's leave IndyCar at the door for now. This is about the Formula One qualifying session, and it's Lance Stroll across the line then with 13 minutes to go, and he's fastest. Stroll P1. Do you know what? He has had a little bit of pace in practice, as Lance Stroll. This weekend is his home race as well. Home race for your billionaire boy, Lance Stroll. Perez complaining about low grip. Yeah, it's for the money. We know he's racing fan, yeah. Oh yeah, it's for money, yeah, man. These tracks in Vegas and Miami and that, absolute load of crap. But yeah. Russell purple first 2 sectors. Alonso goes quickest by a 10th, so Aston Martin 1-2 early on, but Russell beats that by 0.4 of a second. 12 minutes to go in Q1, and Russell goes top. Hamilton follows him in with a 3rd, but Piastri goes P2 in the McLaren. All just getting the first laps in Q1, so nothing to shout about yet. Yeah, look at how close Stroll got to the wall of champions there on the exit of the final chicane. A trade Miami and Vegas for Road America and Laguna Seca. I don't know if they could do the corkscrew in Formula One cars. I don't know. Would it? I don't know. Is it possible with the car? Like, I don't know. Corkscrew in a Grand Prix car, I don't think that'd work. But it's a good track though. Lando Norris goes quickest then by half a second. Yeah, it scared the shit out of him, exactly. Yeah, Watkins Glen, yeah. Yeah, you got circuits like Watkins Glen. Magnussen's gone third. Still early days, but big ups Kevin Magnussen. I love a bit of Kevin Magnussen, you know. Oh, did he brush the wall then? Oh, he got a yellow flag. Stroll's gone purple final sector and goes second. Sargent goes fifth. Oh yeah, this is still. Oh, this is anything yet. Verstappen's in the bottom five. Not for long. Here he goes. Oh, I'll tell you what, they do get close to that wall on the outside, but Verstappen crosses the line then and goes fastest. Crap F1, innit? Nah, the rest of the season will be good. The first third of the season, well, the first quarter of the season, the first 4 or 5 races, nah. But round 6, 7, and 8, yeah. Now we're into round 9. Let's go. Look at that. Stroll did brush the wall. Has Stroll hit that wall twice already in 2 flying laps? He's cutting it fine, isn't he? He don't want to qualify last at his home Grand Prix, though. That's what it's about, you know. He'll be desperate to get through to at least Q2. Lance Stroll. He don't want to be knocked out P19 here at his home Grand Prix. Nah. Not surprised if Stroll will bin it. I hope he doesn't bin it at his home Grand Prix. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Sainz goes 5th then in the Ferrari. So at the moment then, with 8 minutes to go, it's Verstappen, Norris, Stroll, Alonso. Sainz, Leclerc, Albon, Ricciardo, Russell, Magnussen, top 10. But we're still, like I say, got 8 minutes. Bottom 5, Hamilton, Perez, Gasly, Ocon and Zhou. But it's all yet to change as Hamilton goes purple, middle sector. Purple, if you don't know, means fastest of anybody. Oh, and Russell goes quickest then by a 10th over Verstappen. Mercedes are looking good here this weekend, you know. Mercedes are looking good here. Go on, Lewis, go top. Bang, P3, okay. First and third at the moment for Mercedes, although it is very early doors. The Wall of Champions, yeah. Christened by Jacques Villeneuve in 97. Since then, there's been about 4 or 5 world champions in that war. It's Piastri being held up by Tsunoda. Won't be happy with that. Oh, and Hamilton, yeah. Yeah, Piastri being held up there by Hamilton and Tsunoda. He's wrecked his lap. And Piastri needs a lap as well. Only in 16th at the moment. The Indy cars were clocking 2:32.40. Yeah, I know. I did it. In the virtual world. Hey, Swade, you didn't see my virtual Indy 500, did you? I'll tell you what, my arms were aching after that one. Jeez, I've only just recovered. The force feedback was on my maximum, and I was like that for 3 hours, 25 minutes. After 10 minutes, my arm was killing. I was like, how am I going to do this? But jeez, I'll tell you what, I've only just recovered. My shoulder's still aching now. Yeah, no, that was brutal. Even just doing Indy 500 on the sim was brutal. I couldn't even imagine the G-forces and all that doing it. But yeah, that was a long stream, that one. Jesus. Who needs a gym? Yeah, put your hand up. Yeah, pull out 4Gs, yeah. Game over. I'd do a lap and then game over. Well, Piastri and Perez still need to put a proper lap in here with 5 minutes to go. Leclerc goes 6th. Oh, Perez pits. So Perez is going to be seriously under pressure then. So Perez dives into the pits, currently in 17th, with 5 minutes to go. Putting himself under pressure here with a new contract as well. Perez has just been given a 2-year extension to his Red Bull deal. So Perez driving for Red Bull until at least the end of 2026. Which, you know, you can argue, is that deserved or not? Or is it just to keep Max happy? Or is it to keep various sponsors happy? Or is it for safety and continuity? Probably a little bit of all of the above, but yeah. Gasly's gone purple sector 1. You're kidding me. You are kidding me. I tell you, we're on for a good qualifying session here tonight. This is genuinely unpredictable. You know, not just me sat here chatting rubbish. Genuinely. Race control, Hamilton, Tsunoda. Oh, that impedance being investigated. Noted. So Gasly across the line then. Where's he going to pop up to? 2nd. Pierre Gasly! Go on then, Pierre. P2 out of nowhere. Throws the cat firmly amongst the pigeons with that one. Magnussen goes 8th. Piastri goes 11th. And Stroll goes quickest in the Aston Martin. Well, knock me down with a feather. Lance Stroll is the fastest man in Q1. And Alonso makes it an Aston Martin 1-2. I mean, not that it means anything. It's just not about being in the bottom 5. But I tell you what, Aston Martin are definitely safe. Jeez. It's game on for all 20 of them, yeah. It's game on, bro. This is as unpredictable a qualifying session as I've seen. I'm no cap. This is an unpredictable qualifying session as I've seen. Definitely on the channel. Like, this is... If Lance Stroll can go quickest, anybody can. Verstappen's in the pits. What is going on here? Perez is in trouble here. And Verstappen's got to do the weighbridge bollocks. This is getting tastier by the minute, this. You met Stroll and his dad before, did you? The only F1 driver I've met, and this is a really obscure one, is Esteban Gutierrez, formerly of Sauber and Haas. You know, it's not exactly A-list, is it? But I met him. Yes, Todd, how we doing, bro? How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. A minute and a half to go in Q1, and Hamilton goes fastest. A 1 minute 12.8. Oh, you don't like Hamilton, do you, Todd? I remember you saying once, so if you mention Hamilton, I'm leaving the stream or something. This might not be the one for you, Todd, because he's looking quick, bro. Oh, good. Yeah. Wait, I tell you what. Perez is now bottom. Piastri's still down there in P16. Leclerc needs a lap as well. He's 13th. Wow. Oh, I think Zhou's done for, mate. I think Zhou Guanyu's done for in more ways than one. Magnussen goes 8th. Okay. I think he'd be safe on that, will he not? Leclerc goes 6th. Bottas goes 12th. That'll be on the bubble. Piastri's under pressure. Perez crosses the line now and goes 12th. Verstappen's 15th at the minute. And time's running out. Oh, but Verstappen's purple sector 1 and 2. He's all right. He's all right. Don't get too excited about Verstappen getting knocked out in Q1. That's not a scenario. But this is... anybody can get knocked out here. Sargent goes P6 with that. Sargent, what a lap. Logan Sargent in the Williams is definitely through, comfortably through. And Verstappen goes quickest by half a second at the death. Tsunoda goes P2, of course, because this is random. And Albon out of the final corner, he's 18th at the moment, desperate for a lap. Bang, P4, obviously, because this qualifying session is nuts. Perez is out, dude. Perez is out. Perez is out, dude. Perez has been knocked out. Oh, my goodness me. Perez, Bottas, Ocon, Hülkenberg and Zhou Guanyu knocked out in Q1. Embarrassing for Sergio Perez, with a new 2-year deal at Red Bull, is knocked out in Q1 in Canada. Oh, no, I tell you what, there's some random Tsunoda P2, Albon P4. I mean, that's not the grid order. The only bit of the grid order that we've got is that bit there. Perez is starting this Grand Prix 16th. Bottas is starting 17th. Ocon starting 18th. Hülkenberg starting 19th. And Zhou Guanyu, who's probably counting down to the end of his Formula 1 career, is in P20. The rest all go again. But I tell you what, we're in for a do here. We are in for a do. I tell you what, this is an unpredictable session, this today. This is an unpredictable... We could have an absolute wild card in the top 4 here. We could have a wild, like, Stroll, or a wild Ricciardo, or a Tsunoda, or an Albon in the top 4 here today. I'm really getting the feeling like we could get something a little bit mad, a little bit different today. And I'm all for it. Well done, Perez, yeah. GG's, innit? Well, I suppose from Red Bull's point of view, giving him the new contract, they didn't want to upset the apple cart too much. You've already got, like, a lot of people leaving and stuff, and, They wanted the continuity, and obviously going into the new regulations in 26, you want some constants going through to the new regulations. You don't want to be changing everything, so there'd be a few reasons, and there'd be a few more million reasons as well to keep Sergio Perez from a Mexican marketing point of view as well, but that is not one of the reasons to keep Sergio Perez. And you know what? That happens. This kind of a situation almost happens more than it doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It happens far too frequently, is what I'm getting at. you know, I'd love to see the stats on how many times Sergio Perez has started like outside the top 10. In a car that Verstappen's is walking championships in, So, yeah. And of course, he'll come back tomorrow and the camera will be on him and the TV will be on him as he comes through the grid from P16 and ends up finishing 6th or whatever he manages to pull off. And it'll be a great drive from Sergio Perez from 16th up to 6th, but he shouldn't be starting 16th. But, not good, man. Getting fruity. Mitch, genuinely, this season has genuinely become fruity. I'm so glad as well because I was on the lower echelons of excitement after the first. What was round 5? Yeah, after the first 4 or 5 races, I was like, nah. I thought this is 2023 part 2. But I'm glad I'm wrong. I'm glad it's not panning out that way. And, Max might win this weekend, but I don't think he's going to have an easy ride for the next 16 races. And that's what it's all about, If Max still comes out on top, then he comes out on top. But what I don't like is what nobody likes is when he's winning races by 20, 30, 40 seconds. We've seen enough of that now. And it's not just that it's Max doing that. If it was anybody else winning by 20, 30, 40 seconds for an entire season, I'd be backing everybody else. It's nothing against Max. It's against the death of this sport. So I'm glad that it's revived itself. And, McLaren have got their act together. Ferrari have got their act together. And this weekend might be a one-off, but it looks like Mercedes have got their act together as well. So bring it on. Yeah. Yeah, Mitch. And the problem for Red Bull is going to be, if Perez can't back Verstappen up, other people are going to get in between them. And I tell you what's more on than the Drivers' Championship is definitely, without a doubt, the Constructors' Championship. McLaren and Ferrari, whilst the Drivers' Championship is a dream, a Constructors' Championship is well and truly on, If Verstappen's winning a race, Perez is 6th, and you've got Leclerc, Norris, Piastri, and Hamilton in between that, then they've got a problem. Then they've got a serious problem of losing the Constructors' Championship. And I'll tell you what, I hope we get a fight in the drivers as well. Why not? As the rain begins to fall in Montreal. Let's go. But yeah, zero competition for his teammate. He's got it easy, hasn't he? So yeah, this is about to get very tasty now because it's the rain is starting to come down. I'm gone extremely pale now. When the stream started, I wasn't this pale, but the light is main, innit? It's too bright. Not messing with it now. It is what it is, isn't it? I'm not on a beauty pageant. Well, they're all still on the slicks anyway. It's not bouncing down yet, but yeah. This could be anybody's game, this. Bit of rain, here we go. Here we go. Bring it on. So yeah, they're out. Top 15, and now it's hard to do it because it's all mirrored, but they're out. Top 15, and now got 13 minutes, as you can see in the top corner, to basically get into the top 10 and not be in the bottom 5 at the end of this session. Oh, these are the laps. These laps are critical, you know, because as the rain starts to come down, the first lap, your first flying lap in this session, might be your fastest lap in this session. Russell purple sector 1, Hamilton purple sector 2. This could be critical. These laps could be critical. Russell across the line then, and sets. I don't know. A 1 minute 13.1. Yeah, 1 minute 13.1 for both of the Mercs. Piastri's purple sector 2. Yes, Ken, welcome to the stream, bro. Here comes Piastri to the line then. P4. Magnussen's third at the moment with 11.5 minutes to go. And the rain is coming down. Piastri's gone purple middle sector. Bang! Fastest by 6.5 tenths. Ooh. Go on then, Piastri. Oh, I wish this was Q3 though, in a way, innit? It's not Q3, so I can't get too excited about them setting fastest laps. This is just about not being knocked out, but... What does Tsunoda drive? He drives RB. I mean, he any the wiser. Yeah, he drives for Red Bull's B team, basically. He drives for Red Bull's B team. Is a easier way to put it. But Verstappen goes second. They probably won't like me saying B team. Sister team. Red Bull's sister team. You know, if you want to be politically correct about it. Sainz goes second then. So it's Piastri, Sainz, Verstappen, top 3. 10 minutes to go. Alonso into the final chicane. And crosses the line. Goes second. Okay. Okay. Popcorn, exactly, JJ. Leclerc goes second then. So Piastri, Leclerc, Alonso, top 3 at the moment. Tsunoda starts. So Ricciardo starts a fast lap. Tsunoda completes his. Tsunoda goes P4. Ricciardo beats that and goes 4th. Russell's purple sector 1 and 2. So the track's still producing grip despite the rain and goes fastest. Russell does a 1 minute 12.323 and goes fastest. Russell, Piastri, Leclerc, Alonso, Ricciardo, top 5. Bottom 5 then, with 9 minutes to go, is Norris, Stroll, Albon, Gasly and Sargent. Verstappen not happy about one of the Mercedes there holding him up. Oh, and Lewis wrestling the back end coming into the final chicane. Woo. He got on the white line on the entry and drifted through the first part of the chicane there. Oh, that was on the limit there. Fair play. He got it together. We're watching Logan Sargent. Down to the hairpin. He's slowest of all at the moment, down in 15th. I think... What is the rain situation here? Have they just had a little bit of a shower and it's cleared up? I can't really tell if it's raining or not. If it is raining, it's only just a little bit of drizzle. I can't really tell. But it's certainly not like a downpour or anything like that. The track still looks bone dry. So whether they've just got a bit of a spitting with rain a little bit, I don't know. Or whether it's just for a couple of minutes and now it's cleared up. It's hard to tell. But the times are tumbling, so the track's getting quicker. Verstappen on a quick lap now then with 7 minutes to go in Q2. His personal best sector 1. Cheers, Kim. Yeah, please do drop a like on the stream, especially if you're new as well. And get yourself subscribed. I'm live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 Championship. And there's rain in 9 minutes, they're saying. So I think they must have had a spot of rain and then it's cleared up. So we're still going quicker. Definitely raining. I don't know if it's raining in... I don't know if it's raining there. It might be raining where you are. I tell you what, that rain's lining itself up for Q3, isn't it? Rain in 9 minutes, that's just about when Q3 starts. Oh, mate. Oh, if we get some anomaly pole position today, something really out of west, something really out of left field, like a Sonoda or something. That's what my dreams are made of. An underdog situation. And rain in Q3, anybody. That's just last man across the line or first man across the line if it's getting progressively wetter. And then, oh, mate, this could be a mental Q3, this. You're in the garden, can't hear Rudimental playing it. Oh, you can? So get in. Oh yeah, Williams have had some sort of a issue with Albon's car in the pit stop, but well, it's if you're going to have an issue in the pits, you better do it in qualifying than in the race, aren't you? Oh, and George Russell, how did he keep it out of the wall? How did George Russell keep that out of the wall? I want to see that replay off board and play the Tokyo Drift soundtrack. Oh, wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you see it, then you mean it, then you know you have to go. Oh, Russell with the big swapper. Right, we've got 4 minutes to go. Bottom 5 is Sonoda, Stroll, Sargent, Albon and Pierre Gasly. And it looks like the sun's come out. Temporarily. 4 minutes. Of Q2. This is not to set pole position. This is just sets 11th through 15th. So then we go for Q3 and then game on. The Mercs are in the pits. 3.5 minutes to go. Albon's on a lap. Personal best, sector 1. And he does need the lap down in P14 at the moment. Is Alex, with time running out to get through to the Q3 pole position shootout. Go on, Alex. Go on, Alex. Go on, Alex. Get through to Q3 and then it's anybody's game. Just get yourself in. Oh, and he's nearly on the grass on the entry into the chicane there. Wow. Across the line then comes Albon, P8. Ooh. Sargent's gone 5th. Sargent's gone 5th in the other Williams. Norris goes quickest on a 12.2. Oh, McLaren versus Mercedes for pole, is it today? I'll take that. McLaren versus Mercedes. Where's Ferrari? Where's Red Bull? Well, we've already got one Red Bull out. Leclerc team radio. Oh my God, we're expecting drum. So, yeah. Oh, Q3 is going to be a madness. I'm as pale as a... Casper the Ghost had more of a tan than me. Ricardo P4. It's because this light's too bright. I'm like... Tsunoda's gone second. Oh, I want to see Tsunoda on a madness in Q3 here. And, you know, I really do rate Tsunoda. This is a big lap for Max Verstappen. His personal best sector 1. He's currently under pressure with 1.5 minutes to go in P14. The top 4 is Norris, Tsunoda, Russell, Piastri, Ricciardo, 5th. Give me that for the grid tomorrow. Give me something like that for the grid tomorrow. I tell you what. Leclerc's only 9th. Ferrari are in trouble here. Big time. This is not Ferrari's weekend, this, is it? Hamilton's gone purple, middle sector. And Verstappen crosses the line. P5. Only P5. He'll get through. But whoa, this is an interesting evening. This. And Hamilton goes quickest. Okay, boy. This is on. I tell you what, Ferrari are in trouble here. Leclerc's in trouble. Russell goes quickest. Mercedes are rapid. Ferrari is seriously in trouble. And Leclerc, Sainz is drifting round the final corner. Currently in the bottom 5, he's out. Ooh, from Martin Brundle. From Martin Brundle is massive as Carlos Sainz is going to be knocked out. Both Ferraris are going to be knocked out. This is massive. Oh, this is a qualifying session for the ages, this. Oh, this is a qualifying session and a half, this is. Oliver Behrman in the back of the Ferrari garage cannot believe what he's seeing. I'm bigging them up for a championship fight, and they've both been knocked out in Q2 in the Canadian Grand Prix. Oh, this is madness. Oh, this is a Weren't Ferrari supposed to be favourites coming into this weekend? Like, before they got on track on Friday and looked slow, Weren't Ferrari the bookies' favourite this weekend? Bang, 11th and 12th on the grid. How's about them apples? I can't believe it. I mean, if that's not obvious already, I can't believe it. Yeah, Sargent and Magnussen are out as well, and Gasly. But both Ferraris. I can't believe it. Oh, he's drifting round. And we've not even got to Q3 yet. We've not even got to Q3. I've forgotten how good it feels when Formula One's actually good, bro. You know, it's been a drought for 2 years. Been deprived of any sort of excitement for 2 years, bro. Now it's alive. Bring on Q3 with a bit of rain involved as well. We don't even need the rain. I mean, didn't think I'd be saying that. We don't even need the rain. This is just good. For a change. Wow, who had both Ferraris getting knocked out in Q2? If you'd have said that on Thursday, you'd be chucked in an asylum at hostel and bloody lock the door and throw away the key, mate. What are you talking about? They're going to win. You know what I mean? But, damn, bro. Look at it. Look at how quick Tsunoda is as well. Tsunoda's been quick. You know how it goes though, innit? They get through easily, and then when push comes to shove, it'll end up Tsunoda and Albon 9th and 10th. But I hope it's not that story. You know, when you get like an underdog into Q3, and then you're thinking, you know, sometimes it's like Hulkenberg, and you're like, oh, it's in Q3, and then he'll just, of course, he'll be 10th. But, you know, I hope that we really do get a Tsunoda, or an Albon, or a Ricciardo, or a Stroll on the second row of the grid. I mean, asking for more than that is just, you know, I might as well ask to go to the moon tomorrow. But let's see one of them in the top four. I want to see a Tsunoda or an Albon or a Ricciardo or Stroll. One of them in the top four. You know, that's what I want. This is Mitch. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, Perez has been out for a long time. Yeah. And now everyone from Leclerc down is out. Now, from Stroll up, they all go again for 12 minutes. Maybe with a little bit of rain involved as well. But I know, Mercedes, I tell you what. Mercedes, this is a massive opportunity, this. I mean, it's not great for the championship, is it, though? Leclerc second in the championship, 31 points behind. P11 in Canada, oh no. From a potential championship fight point of view, it's not great. But from an entertainment point of view, bloody hell. Wow. I mean, Norris for the championship, anybody? Come on. Oh, I can't believe it. Ferrari on a nightmare scenario. Coming off the back of a victory in Monaco. You want to see Stroll in front of Verstappen? So do I, bro. So do I. I want to see Stroll in front of everybody just because. Just because storyline, innit? Just because. I want to see the Lance Stroll pole position. That's what I want. In a dream world, Stroll slaps them all by 7/10 and goes, and still. Nah, in a perfect world, yeah, Stroll gets pole position, gets out of the car and just starts going like that to the crowd. You know what I mean? Just like that. Yeah. Write the headlines now. That's what I'd like. But, you know, I tell you what, though, we could get anything. If we get a spit in a rain as well, What did you say? Your apologies. Why? Oops, Mitch swears. Nice, calm, man. I swear, innit? Listen, Kim's alright. Kim's alright with that. You know what I mean? We're all friends here. It is fucking sick. Oh, mate, unbelievable. Oh, wow. Formula One actually good. Who'd have believed it, eh? Who'd have believed it? Damn, it's been a while. It's been a while, man. You want to see Hamilton spin out and start at the back? It's impossible. It's impossible. Worst case scenario now, Lewis Hamilton starts 10th. Worst case, you know, there's no possible way that Lewis starts at the back. You know what I mean? He's already over a couple of hurdles. Well, I mean, it's not impossible. You break the rules or something. But that's not a scenario. I don't know if anyone's watching from Canada, especially if kids are watching or reading the chat. Well, yeah, but I try and keep swearing. In certain scenarios, it just happens. You know what I mean? But you know, I wouldn't like to be sat here swearing for 2 hours. You know, I don't think I've ever done that. There might be the odd one that slips out every now and then when something bizarre or exciting happens. You know, it might be like. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't have this marked down for kids anyway, the stream. I have it as set as not for kids anyway. I mean, that doesn't completely stop kids watching it, but there's a setting on YouTube before you go live, and I always have it set to, it's not for kids, mate. This is raw passion, and every now and again... You know? Stuff happens. VPN says you watch it from Japan. Why'd you do that? What's the benefit of that? That makes you seem a little bit dodgy, that Todd. What are you up to? What's your browser history saying, lad? Sounding a bit dodgy to me. Piastri can't watch the stream. I know. Too young, isn't he? Nah, Piastri's 21, man. He's calm. Well, he might be 22 now. He's young, isn't he? I remember being gutted when the first driver who was younger than me was on the grid, and I was like, oh, the dream's over. Jaime Alguersuari. In like 2011, he was the first driver that was younger than me. I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it now, am I? You know what I mean? That was when you realise you're not getting your letter to Hogwarts, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's not going to happen, bro. It's not real life. Piastri is first out then in Q3, so... This is it. The rain's not here yet. We're still under dry scenarios. Yeah, just for sports streams. Yeah, I'm all right, innit? Got excited, mate. Well, go for it. You know what I mean? No. You don't need to apologise at all, mate. It's actually exciting for once, isn't it? I think we're all getting carried away. It's actually good, bro. I can't believe it. Oh, look at the way he's jumping over the curbs in the final chicane there, Piastri. Jesus. I would love to see a Piastri pole as well. You know, I'm putting out all these dream scenarios, so you know it's going to be your boy Max, but... I've already contemplated that. That's why I'm saying, well, as long as someone unusual gets in the top 4, I'm happy with that, because I know it's still good nonetheless. because at least it's unpredictable. Go on then, Lance. At his home race. So Verstappen's at a 12.3. Go on, Lance. You know, I don't usually sit here cheering on Lance Stroll, but I'll make an exception this weekend because it is his home Grand Prix. P4. Give a wee bit of protection. Oh, just... Oh, right, I'll get you. Yeah, no, I get you. Albon then. Round the final corner. And across the line. P5. Quicker than Norris. So what have we got in Q3 then? We've got both Aston Martins, both RBs, both Mercedes, both McLarens, a Williams and a Red Bull. There's no Ferraris. That is madness. Both RBs in Q3. Who had that on a bingo card? This is a massive session for them. Because obviously they've only got like... How many points have RB got? Like 15 points or something like that? You know, this is massive for RB in the fight against Haas and Williams and stuff like that. Any idea how much this venue makes from an F1 race? No idea, no. They never, things like that never get mentioned, you know what I mean? Go on then, George. Across the line, Russell then. Go on. P1. Okay, Russell quickest by 3.5 tenths. Here comes Lewis Hamilton, though. In the other Mercedes, bang, P2. Whoa. Okay. No rain yet. No rain yet. We're still under dry conditions here with 6.5 minutes to go. And it won't matter if the rain comes now because they've already got a lap in, if you get what I mean. So they'd only be slower anyway. We needed the rain just before the start of the session. The rain's too late now that it's irrelevant. But Mercedes is not irrelevant this weekend. They're 1 and 2 at the moment. 6 minutes to go, so it's not all is said and done yet. But it's looking different. It's looking a little bit spicy this weekend. It's pissing down. Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Replay with Oscar Piastri in the pit lane. What's happened here? Oh, there's someone walking across. That was careless from whichever team member that was, going from the garage to the pit wall. Whoa, look at how close that Merc is. That Hamilton. Look at how close to the wall of champions he's getting there. He's with an armful of oversteer. And the rear tyre. Oh, it's millimetres. It's millimetres. So we've got the bit of the lull, the calm before the storm at the moment. Then with 4.5 minutes to go, they're all in the pits, getting a new set of tyres on, and then it is one more lap, one final showdown for pole position. Max in for fresh shoes. Here we go. I know that little red ghost thing there says it all. His face is truth. Fresh pair of shoes, and here we go. Yeah, we all know the story, don't we? Maybe not this weekend, though. Maybe not. Where's Aston Martin's pace gone as well? Weren't they 1 and 2 10 minutes ago? Come on. I know, JJ, for a change. So Piastri's out there now, setting green sectors personal best, but no purple. You need a bit of purple. Oh, I tell you what, yeah, with the dark clouds are coming in, but you know, if you want to improve, you got to get out there now before the rain starts coming down. And Piastri goes second at the moment, a 10th off Hamilton's off George Russell's 1 minute 12 dead. So that is the benchmark then, a 1 minute 12 exactly. Any better than that and you're on for pole position. So you've got to get in the 111s if you haven't worked that out. Come on, Din. That's straight out of Denver's dictionary. Who are we cheering for here? We're cheering for you getting another cat. I'm cheering for everybody. I don't care. Land, I'm cheering for the sport as a whole because it's actually good for once. Get everything crossed apart from one thing. Love it. Oh, mate, Norris has gone P2 now as well. Only 21 thousandths of a second behind George Russell. And they're all getting warmed up now for one final run. Here comes Max on his new shoes. Here comes Max with his fresh, shiny shoes on. Oh, this is close, dude. This is close, mate. Oh, this is good, man. Get your volume turned up, man. This is actually good. Go on, Lance. I'd love to see a Lance Stroll magic. Go on. We haven't seen it for about 6 years, Lance. Go on. Oh, he's 2.5 tenths off in Sector 1. He's going to have to be magic in Sector 2 and 3 to trouble the front of this grid. Go on, you can do it. You're at home, Lance. By Denver's logic, you should be thrashing them all. You're at home. You know these streets, innit? So that's how it works, innit? Go on. Oh, he's half a second down, dude. Fresh air, Max is on. Oh my goodness me. Has Alonso gone purple Sector 1? Oh, this is massive. This is big. Right, where's Lance going to slot in? P6 at best. So P6 for Stroll, which you know, it's a great qualifying under normal situation, but this is a bit of a wild one. Alonso's purple Sector 1. Don't give me that kind of a hope. Ricciardo's out of the final corner. Verstappen's purple Sector 1. Course he is. But no, Ricciardo's gone 4th. Oh, this is getting good, this, mate. Oh, go on, Alonso. Go on, get on the front row just for a laugh. Go on. Oh, P5. He's let me down there. He's let everyone down. So it's Ricciardo 4th, Alonso 5th, Verstappen's purple Sector 1. Russell's still on a 1 minute 12 dead at the front. Hamilton's not going quicker. We had the best of the track conditions here. Russell's personal best Sector 1, though. Could George Russell get pole position here? Is it between Verstappen and Russell when push comes to shove? Yuki Tsunoda goes only P8, so I'm not getting this dream of like a Tsunoda top 4. As Verstappen's out of the final corner, then it crosses the line. Is he going to... Oh, he can't beat George. He can't beat Russell. He cannot beat George Russell. George Russell's on for pole position here in Montreal. He comes round the final chicane, then out of the final corner for George Russell in the Mercedes. He's going to cross the line then. He's going to beat Verstappen by how much? It's an exact... Mate, it's an identical lap time. It's an identical lap time to a thousandth of a second. Russell and Verstappen have set exactly the same lap time to within a thousandth of a second. Incredible. Within an exact time. Oh my goodness me. Gap to pole position 0.000. Unbelievable. And look how far behind Norris was as well. 21 thousandths. Top 3 separated by 21 thousandths. Top 4 separated by 1/10 of a second. What a session. George Russell takes pole position on the pure fact that he did that lap before Max did his lap. On that alone. The F1 equivalent of winning by goal difference. Unbelievable. George Russell is on pole position for the Canadian Grand Prix after beating Max Verstappen by nothing. An exact. You never see that. You never see that. 1997 European Grand Prix, anybody? Incredible. The 3rd time, yeah. 3 times it's ever happened. Yeah, man. Wow. And in a scenario like that, it goes to the man who set the lap time first. Unbelievable. The grid for the Canadian Grand Prix is Russell, Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Ricciardo, Alonso, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, Albon. Top 10. Ricciardo, P5. I didn't even clock that. Russell, Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Ricciardo. Top 5. Join me tomorrow at 6:45 UK time for round 9, baby. Both Ferraris out in Q2. They'll start 11 and 12. What a session. What a session. Look at the gap. There is no gap. 0.000. And a dead heat. A tie in qualifying. And they go by the thousandths of a second. And it's a dead tie. You could be watching this sport for another 20 years before you see that again. Incredible. An exact... I can't believe that. I didn't even clock that until George did his final lap, which he mustn't have improved. So both Russell and Verstappen have done exactly a 1:12 dead, haven't they? Unbelievable. 5 different teams in the top 6. I tell you what, Ricciardo and Alonso have had a good session there, aren't they? 5th and 6th. McLaren up there, both in the top 4. Ferrari, disappointing session. Stroll 9th at his home Grand Prix. Albon sneaks into the top 10. But Ricciardo P5's massive. Obviously, the Russell pole position is the headline, but Ricciardo P5 is big for his career, man. Well, what a session. I've got to say, these are the sessions that I made this channel for, you know. It's sessions like this that I imagined when I created this channel, and I thought, you know what, let's have a do, and it'll be fun, and we'll all have, you know, something to cheer about and something to get excited about. You know, since then, we've had 2.5 years of this sport being a bit dead, but now... This is what I'm here for, man. This is why I'm doing this. To have a bit of fun and to see this kind of a session right here. Brilliant. George Russell on pole position by the slimmest of slim margins of nothing at all. But yeah, please do join me. Please, thank you everybody for joining this stream. If you haven't already, please do drop me a like. Get yourself subscribed if you're into Formula 1. I'll be live for every single race, and you know you have to be back here 6:45 in the evening tomorrow, UK time, for the Canadian Grand Prix. George Russell on pole, beats Verstappen by 0.000. Norris third, Piastri fourth, Ricciardo, Alonso, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, and Albon rounds out the top 10. What can I say? Join me for, Formula One's good now. Get involved, and also get involved tomorrow as well, because you to get in the Viewers' Championship, you have to type a message in live chat in the stream tomorrow night. So yeah, please do join me for that. But cheers, guys. Peace out, and big ups for the rest of the season, and big ups to the Canadian Grand Prix. We have got a good one on our hands. Let's go!